flu numbers across the country are climbing. Now, this is a look at the stats since November through the end of 2025. As you can see, the numbers climbed into the very high category across most of the country. Now, when it comes to Siouxland, numbers are climbing as well. For the last week, reporting in 2025, in Iowa, cases that week to week climbed 13%. As for Nebraska, cases climbed 6% week to week. And in South Dakota, positive cases climbed more than 5%. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Bowman. You're watching Live at 5 and we are learning more tonight about the flu problems right here in Siouxland. Tyler Brock, Deputy Director from Siouxland District Health, joins us live in studio tonight just to talk more about the local impact. Tyler, I know so many people have been dealing with this problem. Health season is here and we want all of our viewers to stay safe. So what exactly are we seeing in Siouxland as it relates to the flu?
Well, it seemed like 2 or 3 weeks ago we were doing pretty well,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just kind of shot up. We don't have actual case numbers of influenza, so we can't always say how many cases there were. But definitely all the indicators that we are getting are showing that it's significantly going up. So it seems like this is the time of year when it happens.
Yeah.
We know it's going to happen, and it's now.
And really the peak season kind of around February, right?
Yeah, we're heading right into it. So a lot of times flu will kind of peak a little bit in the spring, but last year or two it's been starting just a little bit earlier. So we're right in it right now.
Okay, so let's talk about the symptoms of the flu. How do people even know that they have it before they even go to the doctor?
Well, you're going to have the typical headache, stiff, joint pain, aches and pains, the fever, those kinds of things. A lot of the things that we're very used to, but this influenza will knock you down pretty good in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and so fever, I know a lot of people running fever, having that cough, and just really those body aches can affect so many people.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a certain type of population, maybe children or the elderly population here in Siouxland that are dealing with the cases more?
It doesn't seem to matter who you are, whether you're young, whether you're old, somewhere in between. It seems like it's just about everybody.
Yeah.
So there's fun for everyone.
It is the seasonal flu. It is here, whether we like it or not. So what about this new strain? A lot of people talking about the new strain. Are you seeing that particular strain in people that are infected right now?
Not as much so far in Iowa from some of the surveillance reports that we're getting. Again, it's a little bit too early to tell what that strain will do. As the season gets going a little bit further, we'll see where that goes.
Okay, definitely so. And so what about, as we talk more about the flu, what about RSV, other respiratory illnesses? Are you seeing any cases there, or is it really basically just a rise of cases of flu?
RSV is still fairly low.
Okay.
COVID has gone up, so we've seen quite a bit of COVID over the last month or so. Again, a few weeks ago, we were seeing mostly COVID, not a lot of influenza. That's kind of shifted. COVID's kind of leveled off, and influenza's gone up.
And it has spiked. It sure has. We want you to stay well at home and prevent yourself from getting the flu. Tyler, run us through some of the tips people can do at home to hopefully prevent themselves from getting sick.
Yeah, again, when it comes to preventing influenza, really the flu shot is the one place where you can actually do some prevention. So we'd like to encourage that, especially with people who are at risk for some severe illness, but certainly washing your hands and keeping distance. When you're sick, we want you to stay home, especially when you've got that fever, just to keep everybody from running into more sick people.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want that spread to take place. Well, Tyler Brock joins us tonight, Deputy Director from Siouxland District Health. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.